Well, here we are once again. With Uella's route and Emilita's route done, it's finally time to see what Sarah we wanted help with. Okay, let's go. I'm very sorry. I did not mean to impose on you. Nah, it's fine. Just give me a minute to get ready and leave a note about where I went. I finished getting everything I need, and we leave together. We leave the city, and Sarahwee leads me into the forest. We step into an area managed by the guild. Thank you. If I had come here alone, there may have been some problems. There's something up ahead. Do you remember the pollution that we saw at the lake before? Yeah, I do. A fisherman requested that we investigate a lake upstream of him. There was something discoloring the ground there that was seeping into the water. The same thing is happening here. I wanted to purify it. Since it's an area managed by the guild, I thought that I would trouble you for your assistance. It's no trouble at all. I laugh it off without a second thought. Sarahwee may be very reserved, but I'm more than happy to do this for her. She's helped me and taught me a lot. Repaying her for her kindness is a small order. Do you know where? Yes, it was only faint when I was purifying the other day, but I can sense it now. No? Elves really are amazing. We are sensitive to the voices of the forest and the wind. Sarahwee smiles like it's completely natural. I wonder if I could make something with those abilities. Study hard. We walk for a while longer before Sarahwee stops. It is just ahead. One withered tree stands before us. It's not withered from age, though. It's still young. The tree is obviously sick and dying. The ground around its roots is wet and discolored. But the colors are wrong. The ground isn't just wet. There's something else besides water in it. It looks like the same thing we saw the other day. Yes, I will purify here as well. Sarahwee spreads her hands like she did before. The magic flows down her arms as beams of light into the ground, and the strange colors disappear. All that's left is regular wet ground. Will the tree be okay? No, it is too far gone. However, a new tree will be born in its place. I see. I'm glad then. Thank you for taking the time to join me. Sarahwee bows politely. I didn't do anything to deserve that. I'm just glad I could help. I suppose so. Once we're finished, we begin walking back. Say, by chance, have you been looking around for pollution? Yes, that's right. I think that I can help, even if it is not very much. In that case, please let me keep helping you from now on. Sarui hesitates for a moment. But won't that trouble you? She asks with her usual modesty, but I smile back to her. I want to help too, and I don't want you to hesitate to ask me for help. I repeat what I've already told her more empathetically. And along the way, I want to learn the reason why she's doing all this. Sarui nods and smiles. And then you too, Will. Please do not hesitate to ask when you need my help. Don't worry about that. There's still a lot that I want to learn from you. I am happy to share what I know. She smiles happily as she speaks. We enjoy our walk home together back to the city. Oh, something new? No, nothing else new. Yeah, I'm guessing that's probably the only new thing until we deal with the Reaper then. Pretty sure that's how it was with Emilita's route. I guess there's still a few other new things until the breakpoint with the Reaper. Sarui comes into the workshop while I'm taking a break. Hello, may I bother you? Yeah, I'm taking a break right now. Go ahead. Can I ask you to accompany me to purify more pollution? Alright, let me get ready. Sarui waits for me to put my tools away. Thanks for waiting. Let's go. We leave the city together. Sarui leads me into the mountains where rocks are strewn everywhere. And there's some plant life too, but it's sparse. It doesn't feel like the kind of place an elf would normally be. So you go to places like this too. There are many interesting places around Yuidora. I found this by chance while I was walking around. Now that she mentions it, this does seem like it's some kind of path. It's a rocky, mountainous area, but the road in front of us is clear, and there's no obstacles as we walk along it. After a while, we enter an area managed by the guild. Sarui looks around the area, then proceeds after confirming the feeling for herself, and suddenly stops. She's looking at a cliffside. We have to leave the path here. Please be careful. So we're climbing down the rocks. Got it. I follow Sarui down the rocks, feeling nervous. At the bottom of the cliff, there's a small swamp. There's pure water coming out from a crevice in the cliff, and pouring down onto the rocks in a clear stream. But the space where it lands is discolored and sickly. Another spot like this. You were right. I don't know where these are. I can only search by what I sense. She immediately begins purifying the area. She spreads her arms, and her magic flows along them. The glimmers of light wrap around the pollution and disappear. I'm finished. Let's go back to the path. Got it. We climb up the cliff this time.
すみません。これだけのためにわざわざ。
I'm sorry for imposing on you like this. Don't worry about it. I get to study how you purify this kind of pollution, too. Still, I wonder why these spots are polluted in the first place.
そうですね。
Indeed. Sarahwee doesn't say anything, but looks depressed. She carefully looks over the mountain and points at a sparse cluster of trees.
あそこにあるものがわかりますか?
Can you see over there? I squint at the side of the mountain. It looks like a hut. Ah, I get it. There's a mine there.
ええ、そうです。多分もう廃校になっているんでしょう。
Yes, that's right. I think it may be abandoned. Why does she look so sad about it? I try asking her why. Do you think that has something to do with that pollution? Sarahwee looks conflicted. After looking at me, she speaks very carefully.
自然に存在するものには純度が高いものというのはとても稀です。
There are very few things in nature that are naturally pure.
それゆえ、素晴らしい何かを生み出そうとすれば、余分なものが出てきてしまうものです。
So when you create something amazing, you produce other things along with it.
それは悪いことではなく、自然の断りとも言うべきことです。
That is not a bad thing. It could be called a fact of nature. What is she trying to tell me? My mind races as I think about her words.
仕方ないといえばそうですが、心苦しいというのもまた私の本心なんです。
It is unavoidable, but it is also painful. I sincerely believe that. She lonesomely gazes at the abandoned mine.
すみません。私、わけのわからないことを言ってしまいましたね。
Ah, I'm sorry. I must not have made much sense to you. No, I understand. It's very relevant to us alchemists. I think I know what she was trying to say. And I know why she was reluctant to say it. Because I'm a human. And I'm an alchemist. Basically, that pollution was like the byproduct from something that someone had made.
ええ、そういうことになります。
Yes, that is how it appears. Yeah, when you make things in a workshop, there's garbage and refuse with it. But there is a purifier set up in Uedora. The water we put back into the river has been cleaned. And that huge purifier was made 100 years ago to protect the water from Uedora's sewage.
ええ、その仕組みは知っています。
Yes, I know of its construction. There are countless workshops in Uedora that use water, and let it run out into the streets afterward. That wastewater cannot be allowed to contaminate the river. It's collected in the purifier just downstream of Uedora, and cleaned before it goes back into the river.
すみません。こんな話をして。戻りましょう。
I'm sorry for talking about this. Let's go back. Sarahwee radiantly smiles and begins walking. I start walking back toward the city too. But there's a feeling deep in my chest that's still bothering me. It seems like news about the Reaper beat us back. The bar is already packed by the time we get there. When we enter the bar, a loud cheer goes up from all the alchemists. Whoa, what's going on? I flinch from the sheer noise of it, and stand stunned at the entrance. As we all just stand there, people begin congratulating us. Is this really not... This is really new? If you say so, game. Welcome back. You did well. Congrats. All the alchemists laugh loudly, and try to shake our hands in turn. What's your name? And what do we call you? I know you. You're amazing. There are a bunch of alchemists I've never seen before. Oh my, what a commotion. Even Sarawi's taken aback. Yeah, although it feels like a little too much. Oh? An elf? Miss, you're an elf, right? Yes, that's right. So it was elven techniques that worked against that Reaper? We all worked together. They're not celebrating just me, but also congratulate the others once they come in. Eh? Me too. Thank you. You did something great, even though you're so small, Missy. Eh? I'm not a kid. I'm grown up. Can't you see that? Sorry. Honestly, you really can't judge a book by its cover. Oh, I've seen you. You're that Disneyfruity swordsman I heard about. Yuella shrinks away from him as he steps up to her. Usually that's enough to keep people away from her, but it doesn't work today. How'd you beat it? Was it a Disneyfruity sword? And that's what worked, right? They all talk at us, fascinated. One of them suddenly grabs Yuella's hand. Wow, please tell me all about Disneyfruity. Hey, no fair stealing her. Tell me about it. I want to know about elven magic. The alchemists quickly begin to surround us. Do not touch me. Yuella glares at them, but that's not working today either. She scowls and makes her way next to me. I will be going home ahead of you. Don't say that. I want to tell the old man. Please just be patient a little longer. It looks like she accepts that, but she's not happy about it. It's strange for her to look so openly annoyed, though. Anyway, the details can wait for later. I drag the girls out of the circle of alchemists after me, as I make my way toward the shelter of the bar counter. It looks like you've had it hard. Man, you're telling me. What's all this about? Everybody was being affected by the Reaper, and with a reward on it, everybody was interested in how it turned out. Well, they're all smiling on the outside, but I think a lot of them are disappointed that it couldn't be them. The old man smiles and laughs. One of the men nearby nods in agreement. I can't believe you guys really did it. Laguna emerges from the crowd sounding frustrated, but looking much better than when I saw him earlier. You beat me to her. Your luck is really good when it counts. It wasn't just luck. I beat her thanks to my friends. You say that so readily. Right now, I do honestly feel quite annoyed, but you've got my praise for this. What kind of praise was that? Enjoy it while you can. You'll get carried away and mess up soon enough. Laguna laughs at his own joke. He's probably the only person that would call that praise for me. There's suddenly the sound of a glass shattering on the floor. The bar quiets almost instantly. I still can't accept it. The Reaper's not dead yet, is it? It's that same alchemist that was in the dungeon before. Hey, knock it off. Shut up. I'm talking. I think the alcohol's loosened his restraint. He points in our direction. To begin with, he's an alchemist, but he wasn't with the rest of us. And they're just women and children. We're supposed to buy that they beat that Reaper? Did anybody actually see him beat it? And what's more, this guy just became an alchemist the other day. And now he's already a tradesman? Don't you all think it smells fishy? And what's the guild doing? How can this guy get promoted so easily? Did they even test him? The brass at the guild is just, Emilita silently steps out in front of the ranting man. She spins her staff and points it right at him. Say whatever you want about us, but nobody's allowed to talk badly about the guild. The man's apparently not completely drunk yet. He slowly looks at all the alchemists around him. No matter how frustrated they are, nobody would ever say what he's saying. Everyone knows that other people would see it as the whining of someone who lost. Use those feelings to improve yourself. Don't take out your frustrations here. The man starts fumbling anxiously. But he doesn't give up. He just starts scrambling to change what he said. I didn't mean anything against the guild. I'm a member too, you know? But I thought there could be something fishy going on, you know? So you have nothing against the guild? Will and the guild haven't done anything wrong? Well, I mean... The man opens his mouth to argue, but his eyes move away from Emilita. Everybody else looks away from them too, toward the entrance. There's someone standing there. And that one person commands the entire attention of the bar. Jeez, I was just getting to a good puh. Emilita looks around too, and then stiffens. It's Rosanna. Whoa. What's she doing here? Emilita hides in a panic behind me. Rosanna ignores all the whispering around her, and walks slowly forward. She stops right in front of us. It would seem that you defeated the Reaper. Yes. I'm really nervous. I instinctively stand up straight. Rosanna looks around the bar, and then speaks in a loud, clear voice so that everybody can hear. I received a report some time ago, and dispatched a guild investigation team. It has not been officially confirmed yet, but it would appear that the Reaper has indeed been defeated. She stares at me. Her stern face breaks out in a smile. You have done very well. Rosanna reaches out her hand. I tensely accept it. Thank you very much. She turns her eyes toward my friends. You all also did well. First she reaches out her hand to Saraway. On behalf of the Alchemist Guild, thank you. No, it was an honor. She then turns to Yuella.
あなたがユエラですね。領主のロサナ・レビエラです。
So you are Yuella. I am Rosanna Leviera. She reaches out her hand with a sharp look in her eyes. Yuella. Before I can say anything, Rosanna stops.
失礼。あなた方にはこのような風習はありませんでしたね。
Pardon me. Your land does not have that custom. Instead, she bows to Yuella.
あなたは我々交渉会の安全を守ってくれました。感謝します。
You have protected the safety of our guild. I am thankful. Yuella silently returns her bow, but is also staring intently back at Rosanna. Rosanna finally looks back toward me, and she sees Emilita trying to hide behind me.
そこのお嬢さん。
And you there, young lady. Emilita jolts behind me.
先ほどの短歌、本物の交渉に負けないほど立派でした。私の胸にも響きましたよ。
I am proud of what you said against an actual alchemist's insults. Your words moved me. Rosanna smiles gently, like almost a different person.
じきに正式な報告が上がります。それを確認した後、あなたの昇格を認めることになるでしょう。
A formal report will come eventually. Once it is confirmed, I will approve your promotion. The cheer starts up from the bar. I feel as stiff as a board.
後日、館の方へ来てください。
Please come to my manor later. Yes, thank you very much. I bow respectfully to her. Ah. Emilita looks out from behind me. My Rosanna has already turned and is leaving. Once she's gone, the bar gives a collective sigh of relief, and the noise starts up again. Yuella looks even more sullen than usual, and Emilita doesn't have her normal spirit. Emilita keeps anxiously glancing at the door, and can't sit still. Saroui smiles as she looks at the two of them. As I'm thinking that, Saroui pats Emilita on her shoulder.
エミリッタ、元気を出して。
Cheer up, Emilita.
もし何か言いたいことがあるなら、はっきりと言って構わないのよ。
If you have something to say, then you have to speak your mind without hesitation.
セラウィ、
Saroui,
あなたはもう一人前よ。だからこそ自分で行動しないと。
you're not a little girl anymore, so you have to do things for yourself. What are you talking about? Is something the matter, Emilita?
なんでもないよ。
Huh? It's nothing.
さあ、行ってきなさい。
Go on. Go to her.
でも、せっかくみんながお祝いしてくれるし。
Huh? But everybody's celebrating here.
エミリッタにとっては大事なことでしょ。ここは私たちに任せて大丈夫よ。
This is important to you, isn't it? You can leave here to us. It'll be okay.
セラウィ、ひょっとして私のこと。
Saroui, does that mean that you... Saroui smiles brightly to her.
ありがとう。私、ちょっと行ってくるね。
Thank you. I'll go see her.
頑張って。
Good luck. Emilita runs out of the bar. What was that about?
エミリッタは子供なんかじゃないってことですよ。だから私たちが必要以上に心配しなくても大丈夫です。
Emilita's not a child anymore. You don't need to worry about her. Everything will be alright. I see. If you say so. I feel a little lonely and left out. The man who was arguing with Emilita before walks up to us, scratching his head. Ah, listen. Huh? Where's that girl from before? If you mean Emilita, she left already. I see. Then... One of his friends grins and slaps him on the back. The man looks more embarrassed, and nervously scratches harder. Basically... I was just a little frustrated, and, sorry about that. There's an eruption of laughter behind him before we can react. What's with that? Apologizing like that's not cool at all. Shut up. So anyway, sorry about before. Please let her know. Alright. I'm sure Emilita won't worry about it. He looks from Saraway and me to Yuella, who is trying her best not to be noticed. So someone from Disneyfrody and an elf took care of this. No wonder you got it done.
ありがとうございます。でも私たちは護衛をしてるだけですから。
Thank you very much, but we're just his guards. Not at all. It's thanks to everybody that we could beat the Reaper.
もちろん。でもウィルが中心となってみんなを動かしているんですから。
Of course, but you had the leading role. Everyone was following you. No, you were the ones who... I can see you guys get along well, but don't forget about me. Sorry. Man, I can't believe I let someone like you get me all worked up. I'm such an idiot. Whatever. Can I ask you something, Miss Elf?
セラウィーと呼んでください。ウィルがつけてくれた名前です。
Please call me Saraway. It's the name Will gave me. Okay. Well, that's fine. So, what are you doing here with humans? I thought elves stayed in their forests.
そうですね。簡単に言えば、そういう誤解を解くためです。
I suppose. To put it briefly, it's to clear up a misunderstanding. A misunderstanding?
エルフと人間とが分かり合えるようにということです。
Elves and humans have to understand each other. And that's what I mean. I don't know much about elves. Well, you don't seem bad at least. He looks at me. So, you did use the power of elves to beat that Reaper. It wasn't just that. We had help from Mana, and all our other friends. Oh? I see. I thought you were still just a beginner. I'm kind of surprised. Well, you're not bad. You can ask me as your senior for help whenever you need it. They're gonna rush right past you. What was that? Now you've said it. Next time I'm gonna be the one who gets it done. The bar breaks out in laughter again, and I laugh with them. The man slinks back to his table to drown his woes in his beer. So, kiddo, you're already all grown up. Now that the bar's settled down a little, the man quietly speaks, full of emotion. If they could see you now, I know your parents would be proud. I hoped they would. After a celebratory toast, we leave the bar. At the same time, Emilita catches up with Rosanna, just outside her manor. She catches her breath, and then finally speaks.
ロサナ様。
Lady Razana. Razana turns around and looks carefully at her.
あなたの道はあなたにしか決められません。思うように生きなさい。
You have decided on your path. Live how you wish.
はい。
Yes. Emilita nods, and then silently watches Razana leave.
では、私はここで失礼する。
I will be taking my leave. Ah, yeah. Get some rest. Yuella gives me a small nod, and then walks out into the night air. Just Saruie and I are left. Are you going home too? You must be tired.
そうですね。でもせっかくだから、もう少しこの高揚感に浸っていたい気分です。
I suppose, but today's special. I'd like to enjoy this exhilaration a little longer. Okay, how about you walk with me back to my workshop? She nods, and we walk through the city at night. We can still hear blacksmiths hard at work. It'll be a while before the alchemists here go to sleep.
いい音ですね。この街はこの音で包まれています。
It's a nice sound. This city is always wrapped in it. Yeah, the sound of hammers. Isn't it annoying for you, though? Don't elves grow up in the quiet forest?
苦手なエルフもいるかもしれませんが、私はむしろ好きです。この音はユイドラに住む人の営みそのものですからね。
Many elves might not like it, but I do. It's the sound of the humans living here in Yuidora. Her ears twitch and react to the sounds all around us. Yeah, me too. These sounds have been around me as long as I can remember. However, they feel a little different from usual. I've walked through the city at night before, but it doesn't feel quite the same with Saruie at my side. Maybe it's because of the atmosphere she carries with her. I don't think it's because she's an elf. I think it's something that belongs to her alone. I don't know whether she was born with it or learned it earlier in her life, but it's an intrinsic part of her. I was born and raised in Yuidora, so this sound is as comforting to me as my own heartbeat. But someone who grew up somewhere else would probably think of it as just noise. Actually, I've even heard merchants that come from much busier cities complain about the noise here. It's not the same as other cities. It's a sound that belongs solely to our workshop city. For some reason, I feel warm inside knowing that Saruie likes it too. We pass the rest of the walk with small talk, and soon reach my home.
先ほど酒場で交渉と交わした会話を覚えていますか？
Remember the conversation we had with that alchemist in the bar earlier? Yeah, the guy who apologized for getting into a fight with Emilita, right?
ええ、そうです。エルフに対する考え方が少し変わったというような口ぶりでした。
Yes, him. I think when we talked, his way of looking at elves changed a little.
まだわからないとはおっしゃってましたが、それでも彼の中では何かが変わるきっかけになったんだと思います。
I'm not sure I can say what yet, but I think there was a trigger there that caused him to change.
それは私が目指しているエルフと人間が共存する世界への第一歩です。
And that's what I wanted. It's the first step toward a world where elves and humans can live together.
だから私は彼からそう言ってもらえたのがとても嬉しかったんです。
So when he said that, I was very happy to hear it. Yeah, me too. If the two of us work hard, then I'm sure everybody here will learn how amazing elves are.
それからもう一つ嬉しいこともありました。
Something else touched me tonight too.
ウィルがみんなのおかげだと言ってくれたことです。それを聞いたとき、ウィルと共に行動してよかったと思いました。
When you said it was thanks to everybody, I was very happy that I decided to work with you. Really? But that's how it was, right? I stammer and scratch my head awkwardly. I'm glad too, but I know I need to work even harder. It reminded me of the joy of working as an alchemist.
ええ、今夜は忘れられない日になりそうですね。
Yes, tonight was an unforgettable night. Yeah. Speaking of which, what was the matter with Emilita? What were you two talking about?
ああ、そのことですか。心配する必要はありませんよ。
Ah, that. There's no need to worry. Well, I wasn't really worried. Just wondering if something happened.
そうですね。時期が来たらエミリッタの方から言うでしょう。
I see. If the time comes, then Emilita will tell you herself. I see. It feels like you know everything.
そうでもありません。
That's not true. You really feel like a teacher to me.
私から見ると、ウィルは私の知らないことをたくさん知っていますよ。
From my perspective, you know a lot of things that I do not.
それに、ウィルは私の思いもよらないことを思いついたりします。私はウィルから教えられることも多いですから。
And you continue to think of things that I never expected. I'm learning a lot from you. You really think so? Then I'll have to try harder.
ええ、頑張りましょう。
Yes, let's both. And this should just be the next chapter, but pretty sure there's nothing else I need to do here, so off we go. On to chapter 4. Probably something, yeah.
自分の目標のためにもう少しきちんと取り組んでいきたいと思うようになってきました。
I would also like to rededicate myself toward working toward my own dreams.
ウィルもこれからいろいろなことを考えねばならないでしょうから、一緒に考えていきましょう。
You have a lot of things to think about from now on too, so let's think together. Yeah, happily. The four of us walk along all smiling. Ella sees us and also comes running up.
噂になってた化け物を退治したんですってね。おめでとう。頑張ってもっと上を目指してね。
I heard that you killed that monster people were talking about. Congratulations. Work hard and aim to be even better. A boy and girl rush out from behind her. You got promoted. Thanks for the other day.
やめなさいよ。ご迷惑でしょ。
Stop it. You're making a commotion. I knew you could do it. Okay, I've got stuff to do.
もう待ちなさいよ。
Jeez, wait for me. The two of them energetically run off. Ella watches them go with a smile.
子供というのはいいですね。大きな可能性と未来を感じます。
They're good kids. I think they have a lot of potential. Yeah. I suddenly noticed that everybody in the area is looking at us and smiling. They must all know that I just got promoted. It makes me kind of happy. We go to the bar to celebrate with everyone. Out of new stuff? Oh, not quite. Things finally settle, and the four of us sit down.
それじゃあ乾杯しましょうか。ウィルの昇格に乾杯。
Shall we have a toast? to Will's promotion. Cheers.
ビルおめでとう乾杯
Congrats, Will. Cheers.
おめでとう。乾杯。
Congratulations. Cheers. Thank you. And here's to many more together. Cheers. We clink our glasses together, and then enjoy our wine. After the celebration is over, I think about Sarui while looking up at the stars. Why did she come to Uedora? It's very rare for elves to be around humans at all in the Mikelti region. Does she have some reason? And if so, what is it? If there's something that she wants to do, I want to be there for her. What could I do to help her? Timeless Vow.